Hello everyone. Join us on an exciting journey with Explore the World Cameroon. London and Sydney go take you explore Cameroon, the heart of Africa. Experience the vibrant culture, nature, and traditions from Yaoundé market to rainforest adventures. Every page na new discovery. Join the Cameroonian food, music, and wildlife with our explorers. This book na true celebration of Cameroon spirit. Get your copy now. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and through your library and bookstores via Ingram's Park. Don't miss this adventure.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
What's going on, fam? This is Jay Cameron inviting you to join us in Ethiopia next March 2025. And this is going to be an iconic trip that you don't want to miss, a trip of a lifetime. We're going to be visiting Addis Ababa, Gondor, Lalibela. You'll have a chance to taste the amazing Ethiopian food. You'll also have a chance to visit the Rastafarian community. You'll get the history, you'll get the fashion, you'll have an opportunity to shop. It's going to be a trip, an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you sign up to join us in Ethiopia, March 2025.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, what's going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? It is Saturday. You know, we do the show just a little earlier on Saturday, and I'm glad y'all, taking the time to join us and all of that. Should be a decent show. Should be a decent show. I know what's coming up this week. Tuesday. The debate with Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. So that's going to be interesting. Definitely this week. I wear many hats, ladies and gentlemen. I was talking to Sister Demetria about, the many hats that I have to wear in life. I definitely, am a journalist here. I have to be the CEO. I was delivering this morning for my wife. It was an order she needed me to deliver. A very nice cake, actually, she made. But I had to, deliver that. And of course, I'm a father and husband and, uncle, to a lot of people. And I think about all the hats that I have to wear. Problem solver, that's one of my, hats I have to wear. Probably more so the problem solver than anything else, right? You got to be able to keep the peace. And it's a lot. A lot of hats. But you know what? It definitely made life worth it getting up. A lot of times I think about some people that don't really have not much going on. They don't really have a get up and go in life or nothing to look forward to or work toward. And I really understand that scripture that teach that without a vision, the people perish. I get it. I get it now, because if you really don't have nothing to look forward to, you will perish, starting off on the inside first. Then it can be destructive on the outside, because everything that happens with you normally starts on the inside. When you have a person, even how they look on the outside. I was listening to, somebody say something today about a person that can look extremely physically fit, chiseled and everything, but their health is horrible in the inside, and they're a ticking time bomb in the inside, but on the outside they look great, right? So you always want to take care of that inside first, even when you're meeting people, those of you out there single. Don't get, an illusion about the way she look. Find out about who she is as a woman. Same thing as a man. Don't look at all that. Look at, is he a good man or not? Does he have good character? Does he have the right temperament? Do he want to be a family man? Do he want to, build memories, build something? You know what I'm saying? It's I'm telling you, at the end of the day, when you deal with people, no matter who they are, it's what's going to go on right here and right here that you're going to deal with a lot more. Not nobody's skin tone, not nobody looks. It's going to be their heart and their mind is what you're going to deal with on a daily basis. I'm telling you from personal experience, do not be swayed by the look of a person. Because even if you are swayed by the look of a person, guess what? They all going to get old. All of us, Lord, if you let us see it, get old, okay? And when somebody get old and they don't have that look no more that you like, what else you going to be with? Who the person is. And nobody can replace them no matter how they look. But just wanted to share that, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely appreciate you sharing the stream, Mama Deb and everybody else. Just a few things. Definitely download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. Once you do that, hit create account, and then you can select monthly, quarterly, or yearly. If you're having any kind of issues, I had one person send an email about an issue they had, and I immediately got it, sent it to the IT team. I even told them, hey, this is urgent. You need to solve this issue. And I sent that immediately to Sister June. And everything. So she's going to take care of that as soon as possible for this particular person. But if you have any issues, just email us and let us know. And we'll get, the IT team on board on that as soon as possible, especially you paying something. Yeah, we definitely want to take care of that and making sure you're good. Ethiopia, that's coming up shortly. Might well say shortly, right? It's not that long. March is not that long off. The way time is passing. And, you can go to Ethiopia with like-minded people and everything, have a good time. Like I said, I can't wait to get to the food. Look, when I travel, I'm like, look, the diet's it off. No dieting. On vacation, we're not dieting. We are eating, okay? When we get back, we can go back on the regular diet. But on vacation, we eating. So that's what I like to do. I like to eat on vacation, experience different food and all that. At home, you got to be disciplined, right? Because in America, if you don't watch yourself, you'll be 400 or 500 pounds. And then run around here wanting these people's Ozempic, right? Which that's something I wouldn't, just me personally, I wouldn't take the Ozempic. I'd rather do it the old-fashioned way and just struggle not struggle, but just kind of be disciplined and all of that. That's how I prefer to do it. But do what you need to do. It's just somebody that Ozempic I didn't trust, because when I was looking at, especially men taking Ozempic, the one thing I kept noticing about these men, it took away their muscle tone. And that looks weird on a man. Like, listen, women could be small like that, but men without a muscle tone, that don't look right. So I'm like, that's not cool. That's not cool. So, and I'm not here to discuss that medication. I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just saying off of my eyes, my observation, and things people have told me they've been on it that's like adverse effects. Like, yeah, nah. Just give me some fruits and vegetables and the gym membership and some lean meats and, things like that. And let me work at it that way. But, yeah. Every trip turns out good. You said, yeah, every trip turns out good. But I'm just so anxious to see what Ethiopia looks like now, because I haven't been since 2018. So I'm anxious to see that. And then, also Sister Wangel could show us some different places that I didn't get to see. That's good. That's her homeland, right? Addis Ababa, that's her homeland. So, yeah. So tonight, or this evening, We were talking about California Governor Gavin Newsom. He decided to get up there and get black people told a little bit. You know, Gavin Newsom has not been too pleased with a lot of you. And, you know, when Democrats talk, you know, we got to listen, right? We don't want to make the Democrats upset, okay? And that's just really what that is, right? Of course, you know, I'm saying that in the guise of satire, right? But, all right. So let's go it on and let's see here what we got today. Yeah, you know, since I got a little time, let's go ahead on get the best person in court ever, and then we'll get started.
I probably did. I know. I would. Detective Thorpe, his brain was the size of a squirrel brain, so you could just tell him anything, he gonna go for it.
Your Honor, at this time, the state's going to ask permission to treat Mr. Copeland as a hostile witness under pursuant to 24-611, Your Honor. Granted. Thank you.
What that mean?
Don't worry about it. That's just for her to understand how she can ask the questions. You just continue to answer them truthfully.
Isn't it true that in this January 11, 2015 interview, that you told Detective Thorpe that at Club Pusha on that Monday before Donovan Thomas was killed, that Kel punched you in the back of your head?
I don't recall what I told the detective.
And isn't it? I'm sorry. Cut you off.
I don't recall what I told him specifically, however you pronounce it.
Okay. And is it also true that after Kel punched you in the back of the head, then other people came and began jumping on you as well?
Their time gonna come.
That's not the question I asked you. Is it true that you told Detective Thorpe during this January 11, 2000 interview that after Kel punched you in your head, that other individuals also began to jump on you as well?
I don't recall what I done told the police. Y'all gonna charge me for what I did? I don't did the time for the crimes y'all caught me for.
Okay. Would you mind your language while we're sitting here in court?
I'm trying to. You got me. I'm on. Y'all need to give me a break because my blood pressure is real high. I keep telling y'all, leave me alone.
Okay. And the quicker we get through this, the quicker we can leave you alone. Do you understand?
Okay, I don't recall.
Okay. Going back to January 11th, 2015.
I don't recall.
Can I finish the
They
question?
didn't listen to the question.
And they keep bringing up Thug name. So what I did was, to get him off of me, I said, Thug did this, Thug did that, Thug did, because I knew they would never, I knew he didn't do it. And in my mind, I knew that the police would never go mess with him. So it was easy for me to try to throw the blame off on him to get them off of me. And that's what I was doing from all these years. I don't remember what I done told them in the past. But my whole motive was Thug did it because I knew he didn't do it and they couldn't lock him up. And they keep talking about Thug. So guess what I'm gonna tell them? Yeah. What else you want me to tell them? Yeah, he killed this person. Yeah, he did that. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's right now. If I walk out this thing and they say, if I walk out this thing and they say, the police stop me now. Hey man, give me something about Thug. Make something up about him again.
On January 11, 2015, when you went to speak to the police.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Woody. And the interesting part about that turn of that case now, I know y'all heard about Rich Homie Quan. Rich Homie Quan just recently died. He was what, 30? Was he 32, 33? The story was that his lady said that, you know, he went to sleep on the couch and he didn't come to bed that night. And you know, sometimes that happens. You fall asleep on the couch. And she said she went to drop off her son, but she went to cover him up because, you know, sometimes he'd be cold. And she went to drop her son off at school, come back. He never moved. So she went to, you know, try to wake him up. And she realized he didn't even have a heartbeat. So she ended up calling 911. They got the 911 tapes out there and all of that. It's come out that Rich Homie Quan had an overdose. And let me say something to y'all. Y'all stop with all these drugs. These drugs. You know, it goes back to, I think, when we talked about earlier about the kind of like that look about no muscle tone. A lot of these younger guys today got this fiend look. And I remember, growing up, you didn't want a fiend look. And what I mean by the fiend look, we talking about like a dope fiend. You didn't want to be so skinny, like you shriveling up. Like no female would talk to you with that fiend look because they were like, ugh, like how am I supposed to be protected with you, So dudes are more wanting to get more in the weight room or at least hit the weights in their garage or whatever. Because, hey, dudes that had a little muscle on them, they got a little bit more looks from the ladies back then. But now you got these young women with these dudes that be looking like fiends. Like they ankles this small, like this doggone small, the ankles, the arms, like what? That's why they're so quick to pick up a gun. Because they can't have no brute force fight. They can't. They too skinny. A dude that got a little muscle on him, he'll fold them like a little rag doll. You know what I'm saying? That's why they so quick to pick up a gun these days. They can't do that. But Rich Homie Quan, he overdosed. And y'all stop using them doggone drugs, man. Stop with the drug. Jesus Christ. It's way more to life than drug. Now, the man lost his life overdosing on drugs. But anyway, with Rich Homie Quan, that case with Woody and, Young Thug, and all that threw a monkey wrench in a whole lot of things. He was supposed to go testify. Well, now he's not here anymore. So that's that. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, class in session. Make sure you get your pencils and your pens and take notes and all of that and participate in class with everybody. Don't be back there sniffing the Elmer's glue. I'm watching you back there. Don't do that. Don't be playing with your friends. Pay attention. So California Governor Gavin Newsom, he is, it was this little short clip that's come out. It's went all over the place. I've seen definitely on X where he's talking about, last weekend, we know the California Legislative Black Caucus decided to not put up the reparations bills in California. And we saw the ruckus that happened because of that. Well, what has spiraled out of it is a national condemning of not only the California Democrats, but the Democrat Party just in general. And a lot of them in California, a lot of these Democrats over there, like, why everybody outside of California care? This is California politics. You don't even live here. Don't matter. It don't matter. We all one people. So what happened to black people in California happens to all black people. And that's the perfect way to be. If it happens to one, it happens to all. That's unity. With unity, we win. See, they wanted black America to be like, yeah, it's California problem. I ain't got nothing to do with that. No, because you let that happen in California, you got another California politician on the ballot, Vice President Kamala Harris. She comes from that California Democrats. That was her political career started, and that's where she was reared, in California. Okay? So everybody's been pretty upset with the California Legislative Black Caucus. Many people have been calling them up, giving them a piece of their mind. Word on the street is some of them got doxxed. I don't know why somebody's doxing people. I never agree with doxing anybody. I never agree with that. No matter what the case is, I don't agree with that. I mean, all people that should be quote unquote doxxed is a criminal that is running from the law, that's doing something bad in the community. Yeah, please put their information out so police can get them, right? But politicians or anybody, because, that doxing, that don't solve anything with anybody. I mean, why are you doxing people? What's the purpose of it? I don't get that. There's many ways to deal with these politicians, but you don't have to go that far. But hold them accountable for sure. But we want to get to Gavin Newsom and how he's talking to black folk, okay? How he's talking. Well, let's go ahead and play this real quick, what Gavin Newsom had to say. And then we'll probably start it up and just point out some things that I was noticing he said and he did not say.
Demonstrators. Hold on. While we're on this subject of bills, I just want to know, what did you know about bills not being brought to the floor? The two critical reparation bills, Senate Bill 1403 and Senate Bill 13.
And forgive me, because there's over 1,000. I'm not very good at the numeric, but
okay, we'll talk about agency.
Yeah, I know a little bit about that. What I do know is
you had added some amendments to that Bradford's desk on August 26th.
As it relates, well, hold on. We work with the legislature throughout the legislative process on amendments. Sometimes they advance those amendments. Sometimes they don't take our amendments, and those bills are sent to my desk. I think you're referencing bills that were not sent to my desk that did not pass through the legislature. As it relates to the broader issue of reparations, which I appreciate both of you referencing, we work very closely with the Black Caucus on a package of reparations reforms. We met before the legislative session. We met during the legislative session. We worked very collaboratively on amendments. We also worked on bills without amendments. And I think the vast majority of those that we agreed to and worked collaboratively together with the Black Caucus have ended up on my desk. I'll be reviewing them all on the merits. And I want to applaud the head of the Black Caucus, Lori Wilson, who's been spectacular in advancing those bills, their principles, and advancing them in a collaborative spirit.
Much under fire about those two critical bills that did not make it to your desk.
Well, those bills, you'll have to ask them, the legislature, why those didn't land on my desk.
Did you tell the Black Caucus that you would veto the reparations agency and reparations fund bills?
I didn't talk directly to anyone about those two bills. As it relates to the process of how bills are done broadly in the state, there's a collaborative process. People ask our opinions. Are there concerns? Issues that have dollar figures are consistently marked, consistently. If it wasn't done in the budget, that's going to be a challenge. There's always exceptions to that, but that's going to be a challenge. And that was a process that unfolded over the course, as I said, of months, particularly as it relates to the reparations package, in partnership with the Black Caucus. And there was no daylight with Lori Wilson and the Black Caucus as it relates to the work that we did collaboratively together. And let me just, on a personal note, and forgive me about this, she did not deserve to be attacked like she was attacked. Members of the Black Caucus did not deserve to be attacked and their integrity impugned. That was disgraceful. There were members of that Black Caucus that are owed an apology for being treated the way they were treated, to be doxxed, to be personally maligned and attacked. So forgive me for expressing that. Great respect and admiration for the leadership of the Black Caucus and members of the Black Caucus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he said that with his whole chest, didn't it? But let me go back and start right where I want to go here, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll, we do our thing. We'll start it up, stop it, and let's start it over.
To your desk.
Well, those bills, you'll have to ask them, the legislature, why those didn't land on my desk.
Did you tell the Black Caucus that you would veto the reparations agency and reparations fund bills?
I didn't talk directly to anyone about those two bills. As it relates to the process of how bills are done broadly in the state, there's a collaborative process. People ask our opinions. Are there concerns? Issues that have dollar figures are consistently marked, consistently. If it wasn't done in the budget, that's going to be a challenge. There's always exceptions to that, but that's going to be a challenge. And that was a process that unfolded over the course, as I said, of months, particularly as it relates to the reparations package, in partnership with the Black Caucus. And there was no daylight with Lori Wilson and the Black Caucus as it relates to the work that we did collaboratively together. And let me just, on a personal note, and forgive me about this, she did not deserve to be attacked like she was attacked.
Okay. I want you to pay attention to what he said and what he did not say. They asked him to say, hey, they said that you say you would have vetoed the bill. And he said, I don't know where you heard, basically, I don't know where you heard that from. I didn't say, it didn't get to my desk. Okay. If he was really for reparations and he wanted to clean his hands of it, he'd been like, I didn't say that. If the reparations bill came to my desk, then I would have signed it because I believe in this project. I signed the bill for the task force. So I would say I would have signed the reparations bill, but he just said, I didn't say I was going to veto it, but you didn't say you was going to sign it if it get to your desk either, sir. That's one thing that I noticed you did not say. You didn't say that. But we knew something was going to happen because right after the task force gave the recommendations, Gavin Newsom didn't go to CNN. He didn't go to MSNBC. He went to Fox News of all places to go, a Democrat liberal governor went to Sean Hannity at Fox News to say, hey, reparations is more than a check. Reparations can be more than money. It can be other forms. He went to Fox News with that. So when I seen that interview with him going to Fox News, I say, why did he do that? Why Fox? Not CNN? Not MSNBC? Or any other platform that's real, friendly with Democrats? Fox? I said, no, he was talking to that particular audience because that particular audience do investments in the state of California. That's why he did that. And at the same time, when they polled Democrats, the majority of Democrats do not support reparations in the form of cash payments for black people. But the Democrats support over $400 billion, at least on the federal level, going to migrants every year. They support that. It's like this. That same money they spend on migrants, that's reparations right there. They could say whatever, how many trillion, right? And they could spend, we'll spend $400 billion a year paying reparations payments until we get to whatever trillion, right? If they doing it already to migrants. And the crazy part is when you spend all this money on migrants, when they do get some cash money, a lot of billions go out of America because they all sending money back to their homeland. All those immigrants do that. Look up the price of remittance. They talk about that. Matter of fact, let me give you the accurate number so we don't so we actually have the right information. Let me type it up. Hold on. Let me look it up. 2020. I can't do 2023. Period strong. Early recorded flows. Okay. They said $656 billion is what they're talking about remittance from flows to low and middle income countries. $656 billion. Now, if you had $656 billion in remittance, then now they were saying that's over how many year period? I thought it was just 2023, but let me make sure I pull it back up again. And now what I'm reading from was June 26, 2024. And yeah, now $656 billion, if you gave black Americans money, most of their money stay here. Now we have some black Americans, they got, investments overseas, or some of them may got family overseas. We do have family, some of them in the military. Some of them move abroad, they get married abroad, whatever the case may be. But it's not going to be the norm. It's going to be the minority of us that would be sending money out, right? A person like myself, I send money out because we have people that, people that work with us on the team who are in other countries. So yes, we do send money out to their respective bank accounts because they have to be paid, right? But for the most part, they don't send money out. So that money will circulate in the American economy. And that money with reparations could benefit not only just black Americans, but it could benefit all of America because it'll be like a stimulus. Now, will some of us trick it off? Some of us may. And that's okay. If they want to go trick it off, at the car dealership, if they want to go trick it off, at the local strip club and the strippers getting part of reparations too. Hey, you may not even have strippers no more. If they get reparations, you never know. Hey, they may say, I don't got to be on the pole no more. I got mine. I can go start that lash business I wanted to start. I can go start doing braids full time. I don't need to be on this pole. I got my money now. Giving money to black people could really help black people. It really can. But the Democrats don't want to do that, ladies and gentlemen. But Gavin Newsom did not say he would have signed the bills if they would have came to his desk. I want y'all to pay attention. He did not say that. He didn't say that, okay? But that's your Democrats. That's your Democrats. That's your friends. That's your, like black people say, that's your little friend that you've been voting for the past 60 years. When you need something, they can't find you. And once again, the only reason he vetoed that AB 1840 about the one giving migrants money for homes is because that would have looked real bad if he was signing that bill. But this mess with the reparations. But let's cue Gavin Newsom back up.
Members of the Black Caucus did not deserve to be attacked and their integrity impugned.
Okay, sir. Who are you to say that they did not deserve the treatment, the backlash, the anger they received? First of all, Gavin Newsom, this is the Black American issue. All you got to do is sign the bill. So first of all, stay in your place. That's first and foremost. Stay in your place. And I don't get involved in Gavin Newsom's community or anything they got going on. I stay out of it. But when it comes to Black issues and Black America, that's where I'm at. That's my wheelhouse. And Black America had every right to go at every last one of them for sabotaging Black people. See, this is what they thought, brothers and sisters. They thought that that it's business as usual, you know, and business as usual is sabotage, undermining. And then when Black people say, well, what happened to the reparations bills? Well, it was just kind of difficult a little bit. And, you know, we couldn't get some things right, you know, and, you know, some instances my hands were kind of tied and I fought for it, but my hands was tied. And, you know, those Republicans over there, you know, they was, you know, trying to stop us from putting up the bill, and they was kind of filibustering on some things, and we ran out of time. You know how those Republicans are. You know how they are. I mean, they don't want us to have nothing. I'm with you. We need reparations, but look at the Republicans. They the ones stood in the way, you know. And look, but next time, next session, we're gonna put that bill up, and we're gonna keep fighting. It may take a while, it may take a long time, but we're gonna keep putting that bill up. But just, you know, vote for me, and we got it. We're gonna put that bill back up. See, that worked with the civil rights generation. I want y'all to let y'all know that you can just do them that. See, it won't work with Gen X, Millennial, and Gen Z. That's not going to work, because you do know we are in the information age. We know exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, and in real time, we can get information in the click of a button. We can get information about what you're doing, how you're doing it. People are tweeting I guess you call it tweeting in real time. They are posting in real time. When y'all lied on Stephen Bradford, he went right to X and say, I didn't put them bills in the inactive section. I didn't do that to I couldn't even do that. They did it. The California Legislative Black Caucus put those two bills in inactive when the Republican, the one they try to blame all the time, when the Republican went up there and tried to put up those bills. They did it. The Republican, he needed what he said in the interview. He did an interview with Tariq Nasheed, the Republican. And he said that I needed one other person to do a motion. And he said no other Democrat would do a motion with him so the bill can go up. So all the Democrats, even the white ones, even the Hispanic ones, even the Asian ones, all the Democrats were in unison about not getting that reparations bill, the two bills, up there. See, what the Republican guy did, he really put the Democrats on Front Street, and he made them look real bad. And I know they didn't expect that to happen. I know they didn't expect it. They didn't plan for that to happen. Then when they did what they did, they was mocking them. How do you go do some people wrong? They angry and you're mocking them. You're laughing in their faces. Then Gavin Newsom's going to sit up here and wag his finger and say they didn't deserve that. Actually, it's let me be careful because I'm on these platforms. They didn't respect the people. They didn't do what their constituents wanted them to do, was put the reparations bills up. What response you thought you was going to get? See, once again, you used to the civil rights generation saying, okay, well, next session, next time. No, we are in a dire position as Black Americans. We better take care of what we need to take care of right now. Because if we don't take care of what we need to take care of right now, as I told you and I warned months ago, now it's happening. The migrants are getting above you. As we've clearly seen out there, Chicago video we talked about yesterday. And we're going to expound on that video tonight on the podcast, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, Phillip Scott Podcast. They're getting homes, not apartments. They're getting homes. Homes that they can even get home equity loans off of if they ever get into some financial bind, or maybe they just want to even go buy another home, like an investment property. They could use their home as a home equity loan, and that's what can get them ahead. It's so many different things that they can do having a home. Black Americans in a lot of the cities of America still haven't had the opportunity to get a home. Every time they go try to get a home, you're BSing them about credit score, you're BSing them about debt to income ratio. And I always say debt to income ratio is the dumbest thing ever. America's at trillions of dollars of debt. How you gonna judge somebody for having some freaking debt? How? That's stupid. These people don't have a credit score. They don't have a work history. They don't have references, but yet they getting homes. And this is your Democrats. This is who you've been voting for the past 60 years. Then the Democrats want to gaslight you after giving all the resources to migrants. They want to gaslight you, Plies and the rest of the shields. You guys just hate immigrants. That's how they gaslighting you now. Because they can't say you're wrong, what you're saying. They can't say that. So the new talking point from the Democrat shields is you hate immigrants. Nobody hate anything. We focus on what's right and what's wrong. What's wrong is you taking from the American people and giving to people who just showed up in Chicago 2 years ago and now they got a home. That's wrong. What's right is the taxpayer funds need to go back to the taxpayers and help out American citizens. And doing things like that will attract more and more migrants coming up here. Because they're going to say, hey, I was in America for 2 years. I got a brand new house now. I got a new house. I'm doing good. Really? Man, let me pack up my stuff. I'm coming. That is a magnet. So Chicago going to have this big magnet where they all want to go to Chicago because they're getting free rent. They'll get Eric Adams, were giving them all the EBT and the food and all different things they was giving them. That's going to be more of a magnet. But let Black Americans come up and say, hey, I need a little food stamps. And look at your paperwork. Oh, you make too much money. No, I don't. The migrant, you ain't worrying about how much he's making. You giving him thousands of dollars. I've been paying taxes in this country ever since I've been working. And I can't even get food stamps for food. I'm not asking for nothing else but some food. Me personally, I believe people should be able to get food stamps listen, I believe you make over $50,000 a year, then you're not eligible for food stamps. I think people make up to $50,000 should be able to get food stamps. That's how I feel about it. Why can't I feed you? What's wrong with feeding somebody? You're not hurting nobody by feeding them. They paying taxes, right? It's coming out their check, right? What's the point of paying taxes if you can't benefit from it? They got money for everybody else all over the world. Got money for migrants. But a brother or sister asks for some food stamps. Oh, you're lazy. You need to work. And notice the folks too. Let's circle back to the folks. Notice they not screaming and yelling about the migrants, about that money. They talking about them getting things, yes. They talking about them, but they're not talking about it in the way if me and you were getting it. See, if me and you was getting a new home and if me and you was getting all the food stamp money and all these programs, free rent, they would raise holy hell. They're complaining about the migrants, but not with the intensity if we were getting it. Have y'all noticed that? Y'all noticed that? Think about it. Democrats and Republicans don't want us to get reparations. Democrats and Republicans don't want us to get homes and investments and businesses. Democrats and Republicans, both of them. But they cool with the migrants doing it because they not black Americans. You understand? They have a special hate for black Americans. You better believe that. They don't want you to get even $10. But then they gaslight you when you're talking about what's happening right in your face. You hate immigrants. That's the same tactic. You talk about Vice President Kamala Harris, you hate black women. What? I'm talking about what she's actually doing or not doing. I'm talking about that and how you go from me talking about that issue to saying you hate black women. And that's another shaming tactic that they use to try to shut you up. You say, no, I'm talking about what's right. And what's right is this. If I would need some food stamps, I should be able to get it. Let me tell black people something. You go get every government program you can get. Get all the food stamps you want. Get all the Section 8 you want. Go get any money from the government that you qualify for. Go get it all. You know why? Because them white folk, they get way more of it than you could. Then they gaslight you too. Why are you so lazy? But yet they the main one getting food stamps. Look, you can look at the numbers. Do the research about who getting all the food stamps, who getting all the government assistance. It's white people. It's not black people. But they gaslight you and tell you lazy or whatever the case may be. But they're not telling these migrants they're lazy. Nobody being totally lazy, just us. So, man, mother F them people. Get yours. Like Tupac and MC Breed. You got to get mine. I got to get yours. You know what I'm saying? I got to get mine and I got to get, yeah. Man, please. Please, get yours. Like Tupac said.
That was disgraceful. There were members of that Black Caucus that are owed an apology for being treated the way they were treated.
Black people in California is owed an apology for the way they were sabotaged, Gavin Newsom. How about that? Why don't you talk about that? And it lets me know the way you coming out defending them, that you was in on it. Because you're not even trying to wipe your hands clean of it. You're defending them. So clearly, let me tell y'all something. Malcolm X said something long time ago that any person in the black community, the folks is celebrating and defending, run away from them. And any black person the folks can't stand, don't want to fool with, don't like them, run to them. Gavin Newsom in that section, what he just said, solidified that the Congressional Legislative Black Caucus is in the House. The sitting governor of California came out telling black folks, you should apologize to all my Stevens in here. Because they do what I tell them do. That's what that was. So now, hearing that, I believe what Camila came here and said, that he told them he was going to veto it. So get out there and sabotage it. So it don't make me look bad when I want to run for president in 2028. That's all that is. They will be the crash dummies that will go out and do the bidding of Massa Newsom. And now they didn't expect that heat that they're getting now. And now he's trying to come up there like, hey, y'all need to apologize, and they didn't deserve that. Oh, yeah. They chose to say F the black community, F black Californians and their needs. They decided to say that, and you think that black people? Hold on, let me get this. Let me get this video back up. Hold on, where's this video? Where's this video? Do I still have it in here? Let me put that video back up. Give me a second. I know I still got it in my folder. Y'all give me a second. Let me find that video from last week. Cause y'all gotta see this video. Okay.
Speaking of to bring the bills up
Let me stop this. Let me fix it just for a second. Just give me a second. It's a part of this video that I want y'all to look at. And let me get to that part. There we go. Right there. Gavin Newsom. This is what you want us to apologize to? Look at him, can barely walk. Yeah, that's what we supposed to be apologizing to, y'all. Him mocking black people. Why don't y'all send Gavin Newsom this video right here, the mockery. How dare Gavin Newsom tell black people to apologize to that group of people? How are we going to apologize to that, sir? That's disrespectful. You don't see the Asian politicians doing that to Asians. You don't see the Hispanic. You don't see the Arab, the East Indian. You don't see the white. Nobody disrespectful like that. But see, and you're mad that black people are calling them out? You mad nationally? Black people say, oh, the Democrats, they got to go. Matter of fact, after what I saw these videos, I say, okay, that's it. I'm done. You know, vote against blue no matter who. I don't even want to hear it no more. Yeah, we got to go there from the top of the ticket all the way down, because that is how the Democrat Party itself feel about black people, because they have the biggest California majority is the biggest Democrat majority is in California. And what California would do, what would happen to the rest of the nation if Democrats are in power. And you have that California Democrat, Vice President Kamala Harris, that would do the exact same thing that her buddy Gavin Newsom would do. But we supposed to apologize for that. Yes, except Stephen Bradford. He's the only one we're not talking about. Stephen Bradford put up the bill. They tried to lie on Stephen Bradford. They tried to lie. They tried when they moved it to the inactive section. He tried to say, "Oh, he did it," and he came out quick, say, "No, I did not. I don't even have the ability to move a bill to inactive. I'm in the Senate. I can't do it. I don't have the access." So they lied. So minus Stephen Bradford, he's the only one that Stephen Bradford did the right thing. So Senator Bradford, appreciate what you did, brother. I appreciate you. You try to do the right thing for black people, right? And if y'all see Stephen Bradford in the street, shake his hand and say, brother, look, I know you tried, and brother, you did the right thing. You fighting for the people. I'm with you, brother. Anything you need, us, voting for you or something, hey, man, let us know. But I think they say he about to be termed out from what I kind of heard, so I think he's getting out anyway. But with that being said, I don't know what if he runs for Congress or something. Who's to say he run for Congress? Go vote for him. That sort of thing. But the rest of them, and look, Lori Weber, the one he was talking about, she's supposed to be going to these other events. She don't even want to show up now. She don't want to show her face. She's in hiding. Miss Weber is in hiding. Don't hide, Miss Weber. Don't do that. I think, no, Lori, was it Weber is her last name? I think Weber is her last name. Lori, what's her name? Let me pull up that website again. Hold on, I used to have it up here. Let me make sure I call out the right name. I don't want to call out I know Lori Wilson It's Wilson, right? Lori Wilson. Isn't that her name, Lori Wilson? Hold on, let me make sure I don't want to misquote. So yeah, Lori Wilson. Okay, that's her. Miss Wilson. I'm looking at Akila Weber. Is Shirley Weber's daughter. That's on there. Okay, that's where I'm getting Weber from. Okay, because her daughter's there. But Lori Wilson is the chair for right now, right? Okay, cool. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can finish this back off with old Newsom waving his finger at everybody.
To be doxxed, to be personally maligned and attacked. So forgive me for expressing that. Great respect and admiration for the leadership of the Black Caucus and members of the Black Caucus.
Yeah, I know you respect them. I know you respect them because they did your dirty work, sir. I mean, why not? They're kind of keeping your hands clean, because if they'd have passed that bill and you'd have vetoed it, you'd have been toast. But really, Gavin Newsom, we know, we seen your dirty hands in it, sir. We see it. So if you think you're going to run for president in 2028 and black people going to vote for you, because I promise you, I'll be the main one. Just like I do these videos about Vice President Kamala Harris, I'll be on you the whole time. And you know me, I would dedicate my time to you every night, talking about the things you have done to black folk. So you probably just need to go ahead on and just chill your nerves in California, enjoy your life, and take all them millions of dollars you done got underneath the table. You know how y'all normally do it, y'all politicians. Yeah, exactly. Tell that to the migrants. Tell it to them. They doing things, they committing crimes. They doing all kind of things in this country, but we don't supposed to say nothing about it. And if we say something about it, then you hate migrants. You hate immigrants. Nobody hate nobody here. I ain't got a problem with a single immigrant. I've had it. I have, people who immigrated to this country work in our platform. I got people that immigrated to this country that's contributed in this platform has immigrated here. I don't have a problem with the immigrants, but all the immigrants I'm talking about, they came the legal way, or even if somebody is illegal, if they just working, they're not hurting nobody, they're not committing crimes. I won't stand against a man working, or a woman working, and they not stealing from nobody, not hurting nobody. Only time I got an issue is when they start getting entitled and they start taking resources from Americans. But if they work hard and get it on their own, I ain't got nothing against no working man or woman. I would never be against no working man or woman. I don't care who you are. I salute you as a man. You really got out the mud. I feel you. I respect that. And some of the previous wave of immigrants that came here, they don't like the situation either, because they said that they didn't get nothing from the government. They had to work and get it out the mud. They had to sell tacos on the side of the road and clean houses and cut yards and pick up trash, and they didn't get no hotels and they didn't get anything. They had to go stay with family members or whatever, or they was going to be on the streets. That part of it, I can't say is true. I do know that about the previous wave of immigrants. So these immigrants that come in here, they getting a VIP treatment. So that's what's kind of making some of the other immigrants, the previous generation immigrants, kind of upset. They say, wait a minute, how they come in here and they just getting a red carpet, but we had to work? We'll talk to the Democrats. And I'm telling y'all, and this is why it's very important that all of you be registered to vote. All you be registered to vote. Please be registered to vote, ladies and gentlemen. Be registered to vote. That's very, very important. We need you to go to, do I have it up here? I thought I had it up here. Definitely need to go to vote.gov and make sure you're registered to vote, because we need all hands on deck. Vote.gov, vote.gov. Shields, that you are here, we need you to register too. Even if you're going to vote for your own demise, it's okay. I guess it's your voting rights. I'm not trying to take that away from you, your rights. But the rest of us don't want to vote for our own demise. You got to understand. You got to think of it like this. Voting Democrat in this election is voting for the demise of Black America. Because I promise you, if Vice President Kamala Harris get in office, she's going to give amnesty. Nancy Pelosi just talked about it on Bill Maher about making 20 million people legal. She just said it. So that's all. And Nancy Pelosi, she's a top dog in the Democrats. Kamala Harris is an empty pantsuit. Nancy Pelosi will be controlling her like a puppet on a string. And she will do amnesty. And if they do amnesty, then now they're legal. After that point, they're legal. And they can legally vote. And if they can legally vote with the numbers they have now and they become legal, now the position Black Americans are in California just happened to the rest of America, where Black America becomes politically irrelevant. And they really don't have to do nothing for you. They're not doing nothing for you now. But while your vote still means something because of your numbers, right? Because in California, Black people, if all of them show up to vote, maybe they can penetrate some areas, but not like, let's say, a place like Texas, if all Black people vote a certain way, because, you got the most Black people in the union in Texas. Voting for Democrats in this election cycle is voted against our own survival. Now, of course, you're going to have some people who's just silly and they don't think about self-preservation. But the rest of us, we better think self-preservation. Better think. Because Vice President Kamala Harris is going to give an amnesty. I'm telling you. She's going to do it. And after that 4 years, even if you used to vote her out, after that 4 years, or shoot, you probably won't be able to vote her out by the time she's done because you won't have enough votes to get her out. Because knowing the Democrats say, look, we'll give you an amnesty, but you got to come vote Harris in 2028 now. They'll do it. Hey, let me go ahead and vote for Harris. I got my amnesty. I'm cool. I'll at least give her this election cycle. And then be like, forget Black people. We don't need them no more. And that's just really what it is. So it is on our survival right now that we register to vote and we go out there and vote against the Democrats for our own survival at this point. We got to survive. Nobody can hear about the survival of Black people but Black people. You know what I'm saying? So on top of that, even if you do vote them out, and let's say you get Trump or whoever you get, right? Take advantage of that administration and say, hey, Trump, if he get in there, hey, we need stuff for Black people, man. Hey, what you giving? We need something. They don't mean, okay, you got the Democrats out, you punished them. No. The work ain't over. Now you go over there to the other side and say, hey, we need this. We need this bill. We need the anti-Black hate crime bill. We need this. You don't stop asking for what you need and pressing for what you need. And if they don't do the right thing, then you get them out too. That's the way it works. Nobody should be a permanent politician. If you don't do and think about it. If Black America get the on code and get the Democrats out, it will send a shockwave to all the Democrats nationwide. And then the Democrats will get some act right. And say, oh, shoot. God, man, they ain't playing. So then when you start talking, they going to listen. They're not listening right now because you're not bringing political consequences of them getting out of office in unison. Even Gavin Newsom would be kind of worried if y'all come out in November, especially in California, and you start getting all the Black Caucus members out. He'd be like, shoot, they was actually serious about that. Man, what are we dealing with now? And that's becoming the Democrats' new problem. They're dealing with a different Black electorate versus the legacy civil rights generation. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. Eric, you say at least one election. If we got to make it 2 or 3, we make it 2 or 3. But definitely this one. And then when the midterms come, you have to go ahead on and get them one more time. Because don't get them in November, then 2 years later let them make it. No. Because how I feel about it right now, the Democrats need to lose the House, they need to lose the Senate, they need to lose the presidency, at minimum. And the rest of the down ballot races, congressional races, all that. They need to lose it all. And then come back after election night, after Boulay Martin is cussing us out. Say that happened because you refuse to do things for black people. That's why that happened. We ain't playing with y'all. This is a different day. Oh, you watch, Trump ain't gonna do it. Don't worry about what Trump gonna do. We making sure you go sit down somewhere. You understand? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this stream today. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. That's very, very, very important. We'll be back, on our regular stream time, Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, always Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you check out the podcast channel tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Now, we are a 7-day-a-week channel, so there's always content being uploaded here on the channel 7 days a week. I just want to let you know that. But thank y'all for listening.